Hey, Astrology of the Soul, Tarot for Life, doing a tarot card for you Leos, majestic and wonderful Leos. How's the lion doing? If you're watching this on Instagram or Twitter, do click on the YouTube link and watch the full video on my YouTube channel. However, in the meantime, let's pull out a card for you fiery Leos and let's see what the month of April has in store for you. What is it that you can be looking forward to in the month of April? It's generally quite a good year for you Leos, you know, nothing to worry about, so that's fine. Here we go, baby. You got the Queen of Swords. Now, Queen of Swords works on two levels. It's very interesting because the Queen of Swords, in terms of astrological alignments, she's connected with Aquarius, which is your opposite sign. So the Queen of Swords, she can be a particular person, perhaps maybe who's connected with you in terms of relationship-wise. It's very, very possible. But the Queen of Cups, first and foremost, indicates a particular influential woman. This could be you who's watching the video yourself, or it could be somebody who's connected to you, somebody who's close. Very often she's a, elderly person, somebody who's quite mature, somebody who's independent, a very good thinker, good mind. But the Queen of Swords very often is perhaps just a little bit unhappy, a little bit detached. You know, she's got that Aquarius kind of element to her. So she's a little bit detached. And so what the Queen of Swords is indicating for you Leos for the month of April is that it's very likely that there's going to be some circumstances or events that are leaving you a little bit detached, where you're going to have to kind of separate yourself from the crowd. And we know you Leos like to shine amongst the crowd. So perhaps there's something here that's indicating here that you've got to kind of separate. It may be due to something that you're unhappy about or that you're not fully, you're not fully accepting. So you just kind of got to separate yourself. You've got to be by yourself a little bit. You've got to be a little bit isolated away from the group. It could even be the family, and it could even be even in terms of relationship matters also as well. Maybe you may feel maybe your partner's being a bit distant over the course of April. You know, maybe you wanted to spend a bit more time with the partner. You wanted to spend more time with your boyfriend. You wanted to spend more time with your girlfriend, or whatever it is. And you just felt, well, they've been a little bit distant kind of thing. They've been a little bit cold. This card can come across as though one is cold. But I don't want you to worry about that. The good thing about this card is it's with the cutting, it can allow you to perhaps maybe look at things objectively. Yeah, it can allow you to communicate. The Queen of Swords is somebody who can communicate. She can look at things objectively. She's very, very independent. So it's also indicating for you to also be independent. Not that Leos are not independent, but sometimes because of their need for a little bit of the limelight, sometimes they may rely on other people in order to be able to give them that attention. And maybe this is the kind of month where you're not going to be getting the usual kind of attention that you Leos like. So try to think more objectively. Try to take a step back and think of what kind of impact are you having on the crowd or on the family or in the relationship, because that's how essentially it's going to pan out for you over the course of April. So watch out for the Queen of Swords. And like I said, a very influential woman. It could be your mother, could be your partner, could be your aunt, could be your sister, could be your teacher, could be your boss at work. She can come in a number of guises. And you know who she is. Very often quite slim, quite tall, quite civil. She's quite open, very intellectual kind of individual. But it can come across maybe a little bit detached and a little bit cold. So, you Leos, watch out for the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords archetype is going to be prominent in your life during this month of April. I mean, but generally, it's a good year for you guys. You know, the sun is in Aries right now. So the sun, your planet is exalted. So it's quite cool. Maybe in your attempt to be exalted and to be high, you separate yourself again from the rest of the crowd. You detach yourself from the rest of the crowd because you want to be on that high pedestal for the month of April. So enjoy it, embrace it, enjoy the journey. On that note, thank you very much. I'll be with you again next month.